Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just How Do I Am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we did stuff. Yes. No, we did the Goldsmith quest line, and today we're going to go and do the Leatherworker quest line of Heavensward. Lynn, good. Something has happened recently that has not happened in a long time. An order has come from Ishgard. A merchant named Eld has requested a selection of ffXIV's finest goods. Sorry. I've seen to it personally that she will get her our best. I want you to deliver the guild samples to her at a jeweled crozier, but only because I can trust the important part of this task to you and you alone. If I know anything of merchants, this is a prelude to a substantial order. The guild will not take it. Our production puts the balance of the Twelvewood in enough peril as it is. There, I believe you can turn her down without offering offense. And if she is insistent, you have learned how to say no from me. In any case, I trust I won't be hearing more about the matter. The jeweled crozier. Back to Ishgard. Eesh. Was that a thing from, like... I think it was a thing from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Some of the enemies, like... animation, like not animation, like the sound they make when you hit them was like eesh, for some reason. I still have all of these things from freaking Alliance Raids. Should probably get rid of those. Welcome to Eld's House of Excellence. Our soundboard is nearly hung, but I promise you'll find no finer leatherwork in all of Ishgard. Samples of several of Yenfi's best-selling items. Oh, the guild representative. I beg your pardon, miss. I did not expect you so soon. If you allow me to look at your samples. Goodness, ffXIV's finery puts my best to shame. These will sell splendidly. Please deliver your guild master my compliments and an order for 1,000 circles of leather. No. You can't? No, you have the right of it. I should have known. Filling such a large purchase would mean a great loss of life in the Black Shroud. I'm very new to this, honestly. Could you help me? Oh, excuse me, that was rather forward. It's just your hands. They're the hands of a true artisan. Calloused? I think callous is the word? Calloused but strong. Deft. I'm a poor leatherworker myself, and I could use an experienced advisor. Someone who can give me a fresh perspective, and we are all in dire need of a fresh perspective. But I should let you draw your own conclusions, shouldn't I? Please, go and speak with the shopkeepers around here as a customer. I'm certain you'll see what I'm getting at. Ah, my dear miss, what house do you serve? Oh, I see. Shopping for yourself, eh? Well, my wares are most reasonably priced. In fact, I take great pride in delivering the cheapest of goods to the lowborn. I will not be undersold. A warm welcome to you, miss. Please, feel free to visit our many shops. From highborn lords to working commoners, we strive to accommodate everyone's needs, but one word about the cheaper merchandise. If it seems too good to be true, it most likely is. If you must go shopping, kindly do so in the broom, sir. What? Must I repeat myself again and again? I don't have anything to sell to the likes of you, do you understand? I do not have the guild to buy what I have to offer. I've wasted far too much time explaining myself. I have an appointment with the Count Durandare. Good day, miss. All I wanted was to give me daughter a nice dress for her name day. I've even got the bloody gill. Why can't the poor get nothing nice? Even if we've got the coin to buy. I feel like I'm gonna be running through the jeweled crozier a lot. Pardon me, madam. Which of these is best? I need a present to charm my wife. and I can't choose between what all seem to be splendid bags. Thank you for saying so, but if you aren't in a hurry, we're scheduled to get a shipment of finer than these soon. Finer, eh? Well, only the best for my bride. Could you hold your favorite for me, under the name of Ortofocial? Ortofocial? Or Orfocial? No, I think it's Ortofocial. Whatever. How did you find the shopkeepers? Something in their attitude struck you as a miss, yes? Yes, the merchants are concerned only with the coin of the nobles, and pay little heed to any need of the lowborn that is not low price. The artisans aren't much better. Those that fail to please the high houses are overwhelmed with orders. They slap something shoddy together and sell it to the commoners. As a result, it's difficult for many Ishgardians to find anything but the worst of goods. But why, I ask you? Is a commoner's coin lesser than a lord's? Shouldn't merchants offer high-quality products for everyone? I believe we should. We all deserve well-made goods that are within our budgets. So I opened the shop for all Ishgard, from the Hoplon to the Brim. Not everyone shares my belief, but if you see the value in my ideas, I'd love to have your expert advice. I do hope we meet again, my friend. Okay. My friend, before we begin, could you take this missive to Mrs. L.A.'s? I know this isn't a task fit for my advisor, but I'm taking inventory of a new shipment of bags, and I can't get away just now. By your bootstraps! It's Bootstrap Bill! Hello. Hello again, miss. What can I do to assist you today? Coin provided by Eld as aid to the fledgling Ishgardian Mercantile Guild. Eld's contribution to the Mercantile Guild. And to judge by the weight of these funds, I dare say selling to the common man is proving profitable. But her ideas don't sit well with everyone. She needs to be particularly mindful of Gerhardt. Suffice it to say that he's the hammer that pounds down any upstanding nails. Old fool. Yes, I'm going to change this around so I don't accidentally use the wrong thing. In the small chance that I will actually craft myself. Thank you so much, friend. Really, I ought to have gone myself, but I had to find the best bag for the gentleman here, as I promised. Am I to blame for this little... oh, whoopsie, that's for sure. Am I to blame for this little debacle? Pardon me, I arrived earlier than planned. I couldn't keep my wife waiting for her present, you see, and excuse me again. I seem to have interrupted you, adventurer. Well, I appreciate Mr. Delay's concern, but I don't care. The time has come to breathe new life into the Crozier, and if Gerhardt doesn't like it, too bad. So, can I count on you to help as my advisor? Wonderful. With an adept of the Letterworkers Guild at my side, nothing can stop me. Lynn, can I call you Lynn? Thank you for helping. Letterworkers Guild? You know, I've always wanted to ask, are Gridanian boots really as good as everyone says? Cursus has been colder since the calamity. Finding warm footwear is hard, and anything cheap is like to send you head over arse. That's been my tender experience, at least. Yes, commoners do urgently need proper footwear. I had a plan to use wyvern leather, but my craftsmen don't know how to work it. But Lynn, couldn't you fashion a pair of sturdy work boots? My own craftsmen could use them as a pattern of sorts and begin production on their own. Wyvern skin work boots. After my last tumble, I could use a pair myself. I'll await your creation, friend. Right, I'll be right back after I acquire these. Haha, I have your boots. Have you finished cutting and stitching the wyvern skin work boots? I have. Goodness then, even the artisan of the high houses would struggle to make such splendid footwear. You clearly put great thought into comfort, and wyvern leather will last a lifetime. I'm very impressed. I'll give these to my own leatherworkers to study forthwith. We have a bestseller on our hands, or at our feet. I can feel it. I'm no artisan, but I like what I see. Sign me up for a pair, if you'd be so good. Excuse me, I am looking for a pair of boots, and those caught my eye. Could I try them on? Right, these are easy on the feet. And I've never seen this design before. Did this lady here fashion them perchance? Indeed she did. This is Lynn, the consultant artisan for my shop, and a member of the guild in Gridania. A Gridanian master come to save the feet of Ishgard. Perhaps I can find some inspiration in that. Ah, excuse me. And pray, name your price for these boots. I would like to wear them home. Oh, sir, I promise you, I have many of the same soon, but that particular pair isn't for sale. Well, that is a pity. Pray save a pair for me when you do put them on the market. You may consider it then. No, market, okay. 2 orders in as many bells. This bodes very, very well, Lynn. Boots based on design by a Gridanian master. Will sell nicely. And quickly too. That was Abernard, a bard of no small repute. If you admire see him in your boots, Elt, you'll be fending shoppers off with a stick. Makes me glad I reserved my pair before him. Everything is coming together nicely. There is a fair wind coming to the Crozier, one that will waft us to success. Well, that is until Mr. Old Cranky Nobility Man is gonna fucking screw some stuff up. Then there's been a flood of people buying wyvern skin work boots. Why, I've even hired a number of new craftsmen because of the sales. However, I can't seem to find more wyvern leather. When I asked my usual supplier, he turned me down without a word as to why. Strange. And what's stranger, I heard Gerhard taking orders for wyvern leather goods on the way here. It wasn't quiet about it either. Then would you see what Gerhard is up to? I doubt he'd even give me any time of the day. Or give me the time of day. Man, words. Sometimes, my friends, words are a challenge. I was trying to like go further with that, but my brain is just too dead. I don't know what's happening to me. I think I'm just too preoccupied with other things. Alright, old fart. You're not a customer nor a woman of Ishgard, so you must be the so-called Gridanian master that naive girl hired. Out with it then. What do you want? Wyvern leather. Yes, I have wyvern leather. I've brought every last scrap of it, in fact. I needed it. All of it. You would do well to remember that business is war, and the victor is he who controls the supplies. I don't bother looking for other suppliers. I used my clout with the merchants, and not one will deal with Elt. Now, I bid you a good day. I can't believe that there's actually people like this. Like, it's stupid. It's just really quite something. What? Well, if it's a war he wants, it's a war he'll get. But he has won this battle. We'll have to change our strategy, and I know just how. After the wyvern skin boots, I'd meant to introduce something more stylish, fashionable and functional. I've been eyeing leggings, from a merchant's perspective of course. They're rarely seen in Ishgard. We'll revisit the materials and then unveil a daring new design. Lynn, what are your thoughts about Dalmal skin? I think the patterning is subtle, but will stand out when dyed, and the hide itself is quite hardy. Could you fashion a fine pair of leggings of scouting? My craftsmen have never worked Dalmal skin, but with your fine example, I have no doubt they can do great things with it. Alright, BRB. Alright, I have your leggings. Could you make a pair of Dalmal skin leggings of scouting, please? My own workers, yes, I know. No need to read that again. These are everything I imagined. I dare say these will be the crown jewel in our lineup, so amazed will be our customers. But only if we start selling before Gerhard steals the idea. There's no time to waste. Right. No, okay. My craftsmen have come up with this design based on yours, Lynn. They're more boots than leggings, but the style is similar. Now we'll get to work making these in number. And I've an idea on how to drum up interest quickly. Bernard the Bard. You seemed enchanted with your last creation, Lynn. If you offer these to him yourself, I've little doubt he'll accept. Right, now where the hell is this guy at? I believe you can find him in the Forgotten Night. Good luck, my friend. No, of course he is. Of course he bloody is. The Forgotten Night. Don't even question me right now. The know what's happening. Sometimes you just like kind of realize what you're doing, and then you're like, what am I doing? Anyway. Mercadonian master in the flesh. To what do I owe the pleasure, madam? Boots! These expertly crafted footwear is not for resale. My, these are well-crafted boots. Mrs. Eld is a most generous soul, giving them away for free. And it would be my pleasure to spread the word of her shop. My lords and ladies, gentlemen and gentlewomen, lend me your ears. Allow me to introduce the woman who stands head and shoulders above all others, the Leatherworkers Guild's own incomparable Lynn. And by some divine guidance, she has come to Ishgard to offer us her latest and greatest designs. Bernard, he's speaking on Eld's behalf now. Behold these, the fruits of her genius, the finest in footwear and the best in boots. Order your very own pair today at Eld Shop along the Jeweled Crozier. Hardly my finest work, but I believe that little taste has whet their appetites, eh? Alright, and up we go again. Back to Eld. But she isn't that old. Well, what do I know? Don't even know really, like, the age. The respective ages of the races in general, I don't even know, in all honesty. I wouldn't be surprised if Ellison lived longer now. Like, elven kind of races tend to have a longer lifespan, so. Lynn, so many customers have come to order boots that my fingers hurt from writing down their names. Tell me, what did Abernard say to inspire people so? Oh my. Didn't expect them to use you as a selling point. I imagine you'll be quite famous after this. That is the way of things, isn't it? The Bard may have hastened the process, but skilled artisans are fated for fame one way or the other. Yes, that is true. It's all a matter of what is deserved. The artisan deserves acclaim, and the customers deserve the best product, and I will ensure it so. I've never seen you so worked up, Eld. Why not? No reason. I'm just a bit tired from the flood of orders today. Well, you're giving the people quality that once only nobles could afford. I suppose breaking down the old barrier is tiring. I'm well aware this is a gamble, but doesn't everyone want to dress well? I know it sounds naive, but deep down I think we all wish to look our best. At its heart, my mission is to give everyone that chance, and today I have been vindicated. But all this will be for nothing if we cannot make good on our promises. I will have my craftsmen working through the night, and I'll no doubt need you again before long then. Monday. Yeah, what? Lynn, I can't thank you enough for your help. All Ishgard now wishes to dress their best, and my letters are flying off the shelves. But it's time to donate a portion of my profits to the Mercantile Guild. Could you deliver this pouch to Mrs. Elais? I'm sorry to impose again, but it's just that the store is bustling and I can't bear to tear myself away from even 1 minute. Oh, and could you also ask her for a letter of introduction to the hire of the noble houses? Please, don't confuse my intent, Lynn. I'm not forsaking sales to the lowborn by any means. But I've also got you for an advisor, and I don't see why we shouldn't develop luxury products too. Just think what this could do for our image. We're known for having the most stylish boots around. Think what we could become by proving we can answer the nobility's needs as well. But the first step is getting that introduction from Mrs. Elais. Thank you for doing this, my friend. Run! Run, bitch! Run! Flee, you fools! A third visit on Eld's behalf, I take it. Monday. Thank you. In all honesty, I hadn't put much hope in Eld's little venture, but now she's become quite a fixture on the Crozier. Her business has brought a bustle to our markets. Thanks to your sage advice, I dare say. The Mercantile Guild and I are grateful. If you need anything, name it and it is yours. An introduction? Oh dear, that's the one thing I cannot give. I haven't the slightest notion who among the noble prizes letter, you see. However, might I suggest seeking Gerhardt's advice? He has long plied his trade among the high houses. An introduction from him would carry weight. I highly doubt that that's going to be a thing that's going to happen. You'd say the daughter is going to use it against us. For Helone's sake, what could you possibly want now? Introduction to the nobility. And I suppose you'd like me to set fire to my wares for all the good it does my business. Why would you think for an instant that I'd help a Eld? Well, you were right. I will help Eld. Happy to do so. I'm deadly serious, madam. I'm an avid follower of Auburn arts, and simply had to try your boots when I heard he was wearing them. The craftsmanship was... well, I've been a merchant a long time to know when I'm beaten. I would like to reconsider joining your enterprise. But I do have one request before doing so. I want an ode, an Auburn art original. It isn't dignified for one of my stature to be seen asking for it in person. See to it, and you will have your introduction to the nobles. Sus. Big sus. This guy's definitely gonna try to screw us over. Lynn, I do so love talking to the customers, the stories you hear. Right. Did you get the introduction? I always knew Gerhardt's bark was worse than his bite, and he's been a merchant for years and years here. Can't imagine a better ally. I say we accept his terms. I needed to pay Abernard for promoting my shop in any case. It should put him in a good mood, and hopefully get us an ode. Could you... Thank you. At this time of day, I believe the bard will be strolling in the broom. Okay. The broom. What in the heckums is he doing there? Right, don't get snowballs thrown at me. No, he didn't trap me. Nice. Hello, Lynn. Surprised to find me here? The broom was my home once. Now it is the home to my smallest devotees. My payments, but I already received my... Oh, I see. This money is not actually for me. Eld is making an anonymous donation to those in need. A generous one, judging by the weight of this purse. She must have known I help feed the children here. Well, rest assured, I will see that these funds make it to Geraldi. Is it like Gerald or like Gerald? Like, you never really know, do you? Geraldiu. Sure. Geraldiu's hands, and thence to those who need him. Pray, keep this between us. Eld has ambition, but her goal is not Gil alone. Perhaps she wishes, she wished, you know that, and dispatched you here. An ode for Gerhard. Well, I know the man. Comes to my performances early and often. Yes, I think I will pen a little something. Eld has inspired me. Here you are, the Merchant of Ishgard, an ode to the trials and tribulations of a low-born shopkeep fighting against a noble artisan. I hope both Eld and Gerhard appreciate it. God son of a... I'll be right back. Okay, after an interruption, getting cold in terms of real life stuffs while I'm fumbling around that microphone. We should like invest in a new microphone arm. That would be very nice. I would appreciate that a lot. Has inspiration come to the bard then? A rambling ode written over a span of 2 ales by the bard Albernard. Thank you, thank you. I do hope this pleases Gerhard. I'll deliver it to him myself as a gesture of goodwill. But I've realized we have nothing to show the noble to whom he introduces us. I must call upon your skills again to produce some finery. Could you make a dragon skin choker? I believe an exquisitely crafted one will win us noble patronage. And once we have that, the sky will be the limit. Nani? I have that? It makes sense that I have it. However, is it linked to any... Yeah, boy. Nice. It's just leftover gear that I haven't gotten rid of yet. Nice. This is perfectly gorgeous. Why the design will impress the most discerning of highborn, and the craftsmanship will thrill the most discriminating. Oh, I don't want my cat on my lap now. Ah, there you are. That ode is priceless, really. I have given my fortune for it, and I am a man of my word. Here, the letter of introduction. Thank you, Mr. Gerhardt. It is very much appreciated. My dear, forgive me for misjudging you. I've heard you learned what it is to be an artisan at your grandsire's knee, and I can see now that devotion drives your own work. Too few have the same spark these days, and it would be my honor to help you keep it alive. I've had a work delays, and she is likely willing to support your enterprise. Even with coin from the Mercantile Guild. Sorry, there was a bug on my lap. With a bug, I mean a cat. Anyway, from the Mercantile Guild's own coffers, if necessary. Now, I have a number of storerooms around the city. They are yours to use, should you need the space. What the fuck is happening? I hardly know what to say. Thank you, Gerhard. Evil! I don't... Well, things are going well for you and the Gridanian Master, Elf. I dare say you'll climb even higher, yet. Blah. Blah. Blah! Lynn, my business is on the cusp of great growth. I can feel it. Elf, your business is threefold larger than when we met. How could you possibly expand it more than you already have? With a commission of great size, armor for the Temple Knights. Now, until now, the Holy See's own craftsmen made all of it, but not any longer. Strange you should mention that, actually. There are calls within the Order to create a more mobile band of knights. They ought to be discussing what armor will let them move swiftly and silently. Aha! If they choose the latter, just think of the rewards we shall reap. But how did you come to know the inner workings of the Order? For that matter, why do you spend your every free moment here? Who are you, Master Ordfashal? Sir Ordfashal, if you must know, I am a Temple Knight, currently a homeless Temple Knight. My wife kindly saw that she was, or that she is, sorry, threw me out. Even a leather bag did not suit her savage temper, so I've taken a cheap room at Cloud9 and wandered the town by day. Which is partially because I am charged with supplying the Order. I've been looking into leather armor and have heartily suggested it, but I'm not alone in saying so, and my voice carries little weight. But I am alone in saying so, sorry. It's customary for the order to armor itself in plate and chainmail. Simply put, no one will give that up in favor of leather. But the wood whalers and the God's Quiver have long used leather armor. Surely that is proof enough of its worth. Well, I anticipated some opposition. I drew up a letter to ask Guildmaster Jiva's advice on selling leather armor. Could you take it to her and explain the situation then? In the meantime, Ordfashal and I, Sir Ordfashal, and I will discuss how best to approach the Order. It did feel like this guy was something more than just a random passerby. I mean, the fact that he's homeless because his wife threw him out, that's quite something. Lynn, I haven't heard a peep from Eld or you. I take it the two of you have worked out a deal. An envelope addressed to Jiva, Guildmaster of the Leatherworkers Guild in Gridania. Eld is printed in small letters in the lower right corner on the reserve side. Well, it sounds as if you've used your time well enough, and getting a commission from the Temple Knights would be a feather in Eld's cap. However, I don't see why you need my help selling this idea. You know leather armor is light and flexible. The knights likewise know plate mail is heavy and stiff. That should be enough. If the order is choosing metal because they think it protects them better, then you provide them proof to the contrary. Simple. No? Oh, and should they want a precedence, tell them of Ciceroi Pont-de-Foot. Or Pont-de-Fou? He was a leatherworker who visited from the Holy See in the time of my grandfather. Ciceroi, though skilled in his own right, needed Gordanian expertise to craft armor impervious to pincers, claws, and fangs. With the Guildmaster's help, he succeeded. To this day, no one has devised a better leather hardening technique. It's used in every suit of armor for the wood whalers and the God's Cover. You've inherited as a pupil of mine, in fact. Well, there you have it. Win the commission with that tale of friendship between nations. Failing that, fashion a suit of armor with your customary care, and demonstrate its effectiveness. Now, are you quite finished wasting my time? Why is she so rude? Why you gotta be so rude? I didn't know you were in a bad mood. Don't know if that is the actual text. I've never... I think I've heard the song once, but I've never actually listened to the lyrics. Because I was much younger back then. You're back when I was a wee lad. He says, as a 25-year-old man. I'm getting old! Yeah, no. Welcome back, Lynn. We were just about to begin our discussion. I raised the issue of leather armor with the other knights, but not a man among them will give up his plate mail. Moreover, someone brought the same idea to the order years ago and was dismissed on the basis of tradition. Heavens. Heavens know I care deeply for tradition, but now isn't the time. The calamity has changed us, changed everything, and we cannot pretend otherwise. Just look at the weather. A good point, Gerhard. It's cold now and like to get colder. Wearing woolen tunics underneath plate mail is a cumbersome affair. Leather armor offers more warmth and greater ease of movement. I don't think that alone will be enough, though. Lynn, what did Guildmaster Jiva have to say? So our ideal armor will be slightly thicker for warmth and bear the brunt of even a behemoth's attack. But such is possible, yes? And his guardian artisan came up with this, eh? Well, adds to that fact that the wood whalers and God's Cover use this technique still, and maybe we'll make the sale. Sorry, what did you say the name of the artisan was? Ciceroi Pont-de-Fou. Good heavens, Elt's grandsire? I've seen his name in our records. He was the one who brought leather armor before the Temple Knights and left for Gridani after being turned down. We must get this commission. My grandsire left me little, save one set of design for leather armor. They've always been beyond my skill to craft, but I dare say you could manage it. You know the technique he spent his life perfecting, Lynn? Please, use this to fashion his chivalric longcoat of aiming. I have a feeling this will be a sight to see. Okay, what is my cat doing? I'll be right back. Alright. Eld. Have you had any difficulties reading my grandsire's notes, Lynn? I'll admit, the squiggles are hard to decipher. Get a load of this. Gods above, this armor is more splendid than I could have imagined. Every stitch is careful, precise, and yet it has the same sense of warmth as my grandfather's work. He was praised as genius, so revolutionary were his designs. But he had no sense for business and died having never lived up to his potential. I chose to become a merchant because of that. Quality and craftsmanship are important, but they mean nothing if a product never reaches the customer. I'll never be his equal as a leatherworker, but I can serve the people in ways he never could. My dream is a shop in every town, each delivering fine goods to those who need them. And I can only do that if we succeed today. Come, let us go before the Temple Knights and triumph where grandfather failed. They will receive us at the Lightfeather Proving Grounds. I will go ahead with Sir Ordfashal. Meet us there, my friend. Where? Where in the bloody hells are we going? Right. Once again, there's a cat between my legs and my microphone, so if you hear any bumping or whatever, or any noise, normally it should be filtered out relatively well with my shock mount. But you will probably still hear something. At least she's not purring like crazy. Not bad on me, eh? No. Let us see if we can sell 100 sets to this order. As you say, Mr. Zelt, we do suffer from the ever-present snows. I also do not deny that a number of my knights have succumbed to frostbite, and the metal armor was a factor. But even so, few amongst us would trust our lives to the strength of leather. Then allow us to put your worries to rest, Sir Handaloop. It's the simple bare necessities. It's just armless into this fucking... What? What do you say to that display, Commander? Maybe there's merit in leather armor after all. I think it would serve well for scouting and stealth. I mean, who goes into the proving grounds with a fucking, like, war animal without any weapons? We will continue our talks later, though. I ask you give me some time. The Order has never gone outside of the Holy See for its armor. But I give you my word that my knights will don your letters. Sir Handaloop, you have my sincerest thanks. I see no, I need no thanks. Mrs. Eld, Lord Artificial's, this is a name, armor protected him, and that is proof enough for me. Tell me, who crafted it? Lynn, my lord, a leatherworker of incomparable skill. I had not known you were so skilled an artisan, madam, but great talent must never go unrecognized. I will personally see that it does not. Then I am a step closer to my dreams thanks to you. Well, let us return to my store. The place will grow busier and busier from here onwards. I really thought that the old man was just going to be evil. But apparently he's just, I don't know, an old man. Set in his ways. Easy to judge other people. Or maybe get a more explanation then after, like with this next piece of dialogue. Captain's log. I could not have done this without you, my friends. But what a strange chain of events. Hail to your grandsire ventured to Gridania, where he planted the seeds of his technique, and the flowers that bloomed from them returned to Ishgard in Lid's hands. You were fantastically lucky. Perhaps you were, Master Gerhardt, but luck means little without skill and effort. I have greater dreams for my shop yet, and I'll achieve them only by striving hard. Knowing how hard you strive, my dear, I think I'd better start rebuilding my storehouses as proper workshops. And off goes the cat. She almost took my headset cable with her again. Lynn, thank you again. My grandsire's technique returned with you to Ishgard, and I will see that my own craftsmen put it to good use. Well, you have the Temple Knights clamoring for leather armor. They would like the name of the artisan. The artisan's name? Why, I have a splendid idea about that. I'm going to build new workshops, and I'm planning to put your name on the signs outside, just as Sven Yi is known in Gridania. So too shall your name become a brand and a new standard of excellence. Then, words. I swear to God, we took her words. All right, and that is it for the leatherworker stuff. So, my friends, hope you enjoyed this episode of Just How I Was playing Final Fantasy XIV. And next episode, we're going to go and deal with the Weaver questline. Adios.